Metamates, how you guys doing? This is the Morning Bus at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I'm here with Tanner Price, Danny Krastek, Joe Verga, and Isaiah Ramirez. How you guys doing? How's everything?
Wet and cold.
Yeah.
Yep, that is how I would describe it as well.
Yes,
Very wet.
definitely.
For those of you who need context, we were talking about the rain.
It's been
Yes.
raining nonstop. I almost died today, but hey, today's a great day to be alive. And let's have a great program today, Victor.
Yes, we're gonna have a great
The
program.
program's gonna be incredible. The feeling is on fire,
Program.
and this is gonna be the greatest show in Morning Buzz history.
It always has been. It's the Monday morning.
Every week's better than the last week.
Morning Buzz is a buzz. I could say that.
Yes, this
a problem.
is the Monday morning bus. So, let's get right to it. Danny, give us the news.
All right, news time. Hi, I'm Danny Krastek. I've been here before, so if you've been listening to the Morning Buzz and other shows, you know who I am. So I don't know why I'm introducing myself again. Anyway, in national news, Kari Lake, the Republican candidate running for governor of Arizona, has refused to confirm whether or not she will actually accept the results of the election or not. Previously, she stated that she would only accept the results if she wins, but yesterday, Lake suggested that early voting and mail-in voting should be limited in order to prevent alleged voter fraud. Election day nationwide is November 8th. In state news, the beloved Pop Shop in my hometown of Medford will be closing its doors on Wednesday. The restaurant, which opened 7 years ago, will remain open in Collingswood, but the Medford location will be closing for undisclosed reasons. The restaurant has been a popular revenue driver, and it definitely will be missed. In local news, last weekend was the first weekend of the Montclair Film Festival. Friday was the opening night of the festival and saw guests like Patrick Wilson and Stephen Colbert in attendance. The weekend featured films such as Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, The Whale, and The Good Nurse. The festival will continue until October 30th. The weather today will be cloudy with rain showers coming later in tonight with a high of 61 and a low of 53. The humidity level will be 82% with air quality at a level of 28. I'm Danny Krastek. This is your 7 a.m. news report.
Thank you so much, Danny, for that news update. But, for baseball fans and NFL fans and everything, we got a sports update with Tanner Price. Tanner, take it away.
Start spreading the news. The Yankees are eliminated. The Houston Astros defeated the Yankees yesterday by a score of 6-5 and swept the American League Championship Series. The Yankees were up 3-0 at one point, but a 4-run Astros third put them on top. The Yankees would take the lead again on a Harrison Bader home run, but a botched double play gave the Astros some life, and they scored 2 in the 7th. Brian Abreu, Rafael Montero, and Ryan Presley each pitched a scoreless frame, and with that, the Houston Astros are on their way to the 2022 World Series. And who will they face? I'll just say this. Ring the bell. The Phillies are headed to the World Series. The Phillies defeated the San Diego Padres 4-3 yesterday and won the NLCS 4-1. The Padres were up 3-2 in the 8th inning, but Bryce Harper made every cent of his $330 million contract worth it, hitting a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th to take the lead. The Phillies didn't look back. So Phillies Astros, the stage is set. I hate sounding like a broken record, but the Jets and Giants just keep winning. The Jets defeated the Denver Broncos yesterday by a score of 16-9. Jets were up 10-9 at half, and 2 field goals in the fourth quarter sealed their victory. Rookie running back Breece Hall, who scored a touchdown in the game, is likely dealing with a torn ACL. The Jets are now 5-2, and a rivalry is renewed next week when the Jets take on the Patriots. The Giants defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars by a final score of 23-17. Jaguars were driving at the end of the game, but fell 1 yard short in the final play of the game, and the Jets got the dramatic win. Tight end Daniel Bellinger, who suffered an eye injury, will meet with an ophthalmologist today, and offensive lineman Evan Neal may have suffered an MCL injury per Tom Pelissero. Big Blue is now 6-1, and they look for their 7th win versus the Seahawks next week. The Rangers lost 5-1 to the Columbus Blue Jackets yesterday. Forward Philip Hedl suffered a head injury after an elbow to the head she suffered in the loss. The Rangers face off against the defending champion Colorado Avalanche this Tuesday. Knicks tip-off versus the Orlando Magic tonight and at the Garden at 7:30. The Nets travel to Memphis to take on Ja Morant and the Grizzlies at 8 p.m. Victor, back to you.
Thank you so much, Tanner Price, for that sports news update. I gotta say, I'm a big baseball fan, so I'm excited to see this World Series. Even though my team, the Mets, didn't, go to the World Series, but we
L.
know L.
L.
I take the L. I take the L. But
What a loser.
I'm happy that 4 Puerto Ricans in the Houston Astros team are gonna be in the World Series. So that's exciting. That's exciting. 4, yes, 4. So that's exciting. So we'll see what they do, and we'll see what happens in this baseball tournament. So let's go directly to the news. What is the news across the globe? Former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced Sunday he will not run to lead the Conservative Party, ending a short-lived, high-profile attempt to return to the prime minister's job he was ousted from a little more than 3 months ago. His withdrawal leaves former Treasury Chief Rishi Sunak the strong favorite to become Britain's next prime minister, the third this year, at a time of political turmoil and severe economic challenges. He could win the contest as soon as Monday. Johnson, who was outed in July amid ethics scandals, had been widely expected to run to replace Liz Truss, who quit last week after a tax-cutting economic package caused turmoil in financial markets, was rapidly abandoned and obliterated her authority inside the governing party. Johnson spent the weekend trying to gain support from his fellow conservative lawmakers after flying back from a Caribbean vacation. Meanwhile, both Koreas exchanged warning shots along the Western Sea boundary on Monday. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said in a statement that its Navy broadcast warning and fired warning shots to repel a North Korean merchant ship that it says violated the sea boundaries early Monday. North Korea's military said its coastal defense units responded by firing 10 rounds of artillery warning shots towards its territorial waters, where naval enemy movement was detected. It accused a South Korean naval ship of intruding into North Korean waters on the pretext of cracking down on an unidentified ship. South Korea's Joint Chief of Staff said the North Korean artillery firings breached a 2018 Inter-Korean Accord on reducing military animosities and undermining stability on the Korean peninsula. It said the North Korean shells didn't land in South Korean waters, but South Korea is boosting its military readiness. Wow, a lot of stuff happening internationally.
Yeah.
And I think, the story in the UK is,
Yeah, what's going on
Insane.
over in England
Yeah.
right now?
You know,
Like, what's
we
going on?
don't know.
I think like Liz Truss wasn't even like, she didn't even like, I think it was less than 50 days as a prime
Yeah.
minister.
Fully.
And yeah,
I think the Mets were in the playoffs longer than she was.
I want to say the same thing.
So was I.
Good Lord. But could you imagine that happening over here where say
Yeah.
our president comes into office, like Trump is some oh God. I feel like
Wait,
that's doomsday scenario.
Didn't that
Don't
happen?
jinx it.
it historically happened. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
It
like,
historically
uh,
happened
yeah,
once. I don't
yeah,
remember
yeah.
when.
In like
Yeah.
president 40s, yeah,
Yeah.
president for like 30
yeah,
days.
President,
Mhm.
I can't remember.
I
his
remember it
first
just
name.
like it was yesterday, if I'm being honest. Growing up during that time period was
Yeah.
just so hard.
Wow, you are ancient anyways.
Yeah.
Oh,
If I'm not
Jesus.
mistaken, the president was Harrison. I can't remember his first name. He went
William
did
William
his-
Henry Harrison.
William Henry Harrison. He
Harrison
did
Ford.
his first, like his inaugural speech. Like it was cold, and he was like, I'm gonna do it without a coat. And he did it,
Yeah,
and he got sick. I think he got pneumonia.
and then he's dead.
He
Because,
Yeah, it was
because we
his-
didn't have medicine back then.
yeah,
It was
so
his 32nd day as president.
30
That is, I hate to say it, but that is absolutely
no, but
hilarious.
here's the difference though, is that he was like killed, like he died, right?
well, yeah, because
Yeah,
of
but then
pneumonia.
this lady, Liz Truss, legitimately had to just resign due to
Yeah.
her
Yeah,
being
true.
so bad at her
Listen,
job.
Liz Truss can feel
And
good
then
about
not
herself. She
only
lasted
that,
longer
though,
than the U.S. president.
They decided to at some point someone was like, maybe we should bring back the former guy who also quit.
Yes.
How is this normal? Like, I think someone really needs to dive deep into British politics and really see what on earth is going on there, because they're making Americans, not just Americans, United States government look very smart right now. And that's a hard thing to do.
Yes.
That's
it
a hard
is.
thing to do in
It
2022.
is.
That is a thing to do.
That is a
Yes.
difficult task.
At least a leader has a year or
Yeah.
at least 2 months.
Listen,
least
Trump
less-
survived 4 years.
Yeah.
Liz Truss couldn't at least get 1 year. Good
No,
Lord.
she couldn't
She
even
didn't even
get-
get 2 months.
He was throwing paper towels at Puerto Ricans. This was real.
I remember that vividly. I was in
Lord.
Puerto Rico when that happened. And yeah, I
Wait,
was-
are you
Remember
not
to vote
Puerto
in
Rican?
2024, guys?
Formerly Puerto Rican. Good Lord. What a
So-
time to be alive, guys.
Yeah, what a time to be alive. And we also got Korea, South Korea and North Korea, doing some I'm afraid. I don't want another war going on. Like, come
Yeah.
on,
It,
please.
it almost feels like the shades of the Ukraine and Russia situation, but this has been going on pretty much longer.
Well,
This is
yeah,
very-
it has been like,
Yeah.
They've kind of had this
Korea
silent
used to be
thing
one
going.
country.
it used to be
Yeah.
one country. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Another battle over imaginary lines and a giant rock in the sky.
Yes.
You hate to see it.
We hate to see it. Yes.
You hate to see it.
We hate to see it. I think that's perfect. So, we also hate to see that in January 6th,
Oh, yes.
something like the storming of the Capitol happened. So we got updates on that. Isaiah, take it away.
Of course. Everyone's favorite topic at 7:12 a.m. in the morning on a Monday is indeed January 6th. And we're going to talk about what Liz Cheney had to say. She said the panel investigating the January 6th insurrection would want to avoid a, quote, circus if former President Donald Trump complies with the committee's subpoena and testifies. Cheney said in an interview with NBC News yesterday, she expects Trump will comply with a subpoena for the committee that called on the former president to testify and share select documents with investigators. Cheney said it may take multiple days and it will be done with a level of rigor and discipline and seriousness that it deserves. She also added, Trump's not going to turn this into a circus like previously mentioned. This isn't going to be, his first debate against Joe Biden and the circus and food fight that became.
Oh boy.
This is far too serious set of issues. The committee formally sent its subpoena to Trump attorneys last week after announcing its intentions to do so at its most recent hearing earlier this month. The subpoena orders Trump to turn over documents to the committee by November 4th and appear for 1 or more days of deposition. I like the strangeness of that phrase. Deposition testimonies beginning on November 14th. Cheney said the committee has, quotes, many alternatives if Trump does not ultimately comply with the committee's subpoena, but what the alternatives are remain unknown.
I'm excited for this. I wanna see Trump talking, under oath. Like, I want to see that and see what he says. Like, this
You-
was such.
Do you, Victor? Because I feel like this is yet again
This is
the
what happened last
never-ending story of this investigation. And my question about this investigation is, what is the end game? Because so far up to this point, it has seemed like an entertainment spectacle just to put on a show to make the left look good. Like, I don't know what the
Here's what's-
point
what's
of
most
this really
interesting to
is
me-
if no one is actually going to get put in jail, which I have a strange feeling, given the pattern of the United States history. Good old President Trump will not be sitting in any jail cell anytime soon.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a good point. Danny, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, what I'm most surprised by this is the fact that Liz Cheney does not have an election coming up because she got destroyed pretty badly in what was it, the Wyoming primary, whatever it is that whatever state she's running in. So she is in the lame duck period right now where she does not really have to do anything. She doesn't have anything really to be doing, any reputation to be upholding because she doesn't have an election coming up. And she's still choosing to, be doing this. And I think that's pretty cool, because I think if this was any other politician on either side of the political spectrum, they would be trying to, play it a lot safer. So, I think that's cool.
Yeah, Liz Cheney is
Yeah.
from Wyoming at large congressional candidate. So yeah, well, senator. Well,
I got my
senator,
eyes on
senator,
Liz
yeah.
Cheney. I got my eyes on all these government
I
officials.
think-
because there's always something that is at play here. All right.
That's
Now,
true.
Danny, I appreciate your optimism. I appreciate your happiness on this beautiful Monday morning, other than the rain. But I have a strange feeling there's a lot of fishy stenches coming on across all these people in that building.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, are you kidding? 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
None of these
Are you even
people
joking?
truly care about what the end result is here. They're gonna pretend like it's so upsetting. They're gonna pretend like they're always bothered, but in reality, they just don't care. They don't care.
I think, because we were talking about what the end game is, I guess the end game is Trump can't run for president again.
Yeah, if you nail
That's
him on
why-
something, he doesn't have to go to jail as long as he gets like
He
charged as guilty. He can't run,
Yeah.
I think that
regardless of what the end.
That-
result is.
I think that's
that would
what
make sense for an end goal.
Yeah.
I think that's what their end game is like.
But will
He
he
doesn't-
get charged? We're doing this circus,
Depends
and
who's
it
in control
seems
of the
like
Senate.
nothing is gonna
Yeah.
happen from this.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Because of the history of just America, I do not think he will get charged as guilty.
You know what I compare this investigation to?
What do you?
I compare it to Game of Thrones, and I'm not exactly the story.
Oh,
I'm talking about like season 1 through 5 or 6. Incredible, electric. We learned so much things about what was going on in that world. Then season 7 rolled upon, and it was a complete letdown. And this is exactly how this investigation is going to go. It's going to be a huge letdown. People are going to post very long Twitter posts that people are not going to read, but they're going to be angry. They're going to be upset. They're going to be heartbroken. And then everyone's going to forget about it the next day because Boris Johnson running for president in the United States. Like, this is how it works, man. It's just a never-ending cycle of nothingness.
yeah, the never-ending story. And I remember that when I went to Washington D.C., somebody told me, "Oh, there's a lot of rats in D.C." I'm like, "Yeah, the politicians are there." So yeah, I agree. I agree. There's a lot of rats. So
Victor.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go to a quick break, and before we go to a quick break, I wanted to say that this song, with a little help from my friends by the Beatles, I dedicate to my friend Jose Pinheiro, who's gonna be 22 tomorrow. So yeah, this is for you, my guy.
Happy
Those
birthday.
Happy
bandos.
birthday.
Yeah, we'll be back after this short break. Back at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. And
good.
yes, as I said before, I decided to dedicate this song to my friend Jose Pinheiro, also named Pina, because he's a great friend and I miss him a lot back in Puerto Rico. So yeah, let's go back
Shout
to
out.
shout
Wait,
out.
very quickly.
Yes.
Shout out to all the people celebrating Diwali today. Enjoy
Yes.
your holiday.
Enjoy your holiday. It's a very important. I have a friend who's celebrating, so Umech, shout out. Anyways, we'll go back to the news. Crime will be stopped, hopefully. New York has created a 3 task force aimed at streamlining the city's justice system in the hopes of decreasing violence. City officials, along with Mayor Eric Adams, held a 2-day summit over the weekend to discuss solutions for crime in the city. The 3 task forces will address sharing information and discovery, which pertains to getting evidence to defense attorneys, mental health, and other urgent action items such as modernizing the criminal justice system to expedite the length of time it takes to see a judge at arraignment. During a news conference over the weekend, New York Governor Kathy Hochul and Mayor Adams spoke about plans to bolster their efforts to combat crime and mental illness in the city's subway system. The new initiative will include a significant investment from the state's public emergency fund to support a surge of roughly 1,200 additional overtime officer shifts on subway platforms and trains each day. Some of the new initiatives will include a significant investment from the state's public emergency fund to support a surge of roughly 1,200 additional overtime office services. Oh, I'm just repeating the same thing. Nice. The Transit Authority will employ unarmed security guards at turnstiles to increase security presence and deter fare evasion. Ooh, this is nice. This is good news. Hopefully, they go through it because sometimes they announce this like initiatives and stuff, and then nothing happens.
Mm.
So hopefully
Yeah.
this will happen. What do you guys think about this?
I just got before start. This will be a ABC show in about 7 years. New York Crime or something. New
Funny.
York Crime Task Force.
I love
It's gonna
it.
be. It's gonna
Be
be
like-
like the many string of what they have already.
There'll be some like B-list actor as like the main star, and
Are you talking about Brooklyn 99?
no. I'm talking about every like cop show. It'll be like
yeah.
a serious.
Yeah, they're
cop
gonna
show.
be serious, but have like a little comedy.
It'll be like a Dennis Leary type of.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on one of those. He's on one of those shows.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, yeah, New York. It's this is what. This has been a problem for a lot of years.
Yes.
And they're doing something to solve it,
I
to
hope this
hopefully put some sort of stop to it, because I know a lot of people don't want to go in New York or on the subways because of what's happening.
Yeah.
Mm,
And
mm.
like I think one of the most important things of this new initiative is that they're gonna focus on mental illness
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
And that affects a lot in what a criminal would do and stuff like that. So I think this is very important that
I
we
just-
focus on mental illness on everybody.
I just hopefully they say they're gonna do a mental illness. I hope they do, because a lot of things are like, we're gonna help people with mental illness and mental health, and it's basically just backwards. Like a lot of things that say we're helping with mental health kind of don't, and
Mhm.
it's so I'm hoping that they'll be able to help. They'll be able to help people that that need.
Yeah, that
that
need
need it.
that help. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I think
agree.
it's about time that they actually create like another initiative. Once again, like Victor said, hopefully like this initiative takes wings and actually does something. But I think it is especially needed because the amount of stories you hear of just people standing as they're waiting for their subway and then they're just pushed onto the tracks for no reason. Like everyone's just standing there and someone just pushes them in. And when I think of this scenario where they're trying to like booster up security and all these things, I think of this scenario, and it was definitely an odd story, very weird, very bizarre, and it was covered on the Buzz, and it had to do with a group of girls dressed up as green aliens, and they jumped some random pair of friends,
Oh my
and they
God.
were just like beating them up, blah blah blah. It happened to be this girl's birthday, and literally like everyone is recording, and there's at least 15 people all recording. No one is helping these people, by the way.
Oh my God.
Not only that, but there was no security in sight. And I think that is extremely troublesome. If people are getting jumped by people in green alien outfits, you can't get more obvious than that. And the fact that no one was there to even stop that, prevent that from happening is scary. It's something to think about when you're in the city. And hopefully all these additional 1,200 overtime officers will actually make a change within the subway and New York in general. But New York City should be hopefully one day a safe place where people can travel to and enjoy the pleasures of New York City, because there's a lot the city has to offer, but sometimes is it worth risking your safety? And I think a
Yeah.
lot of people deal with that.
Yeah, I agree. I love New York, and since I come here, I always want to go to New York and stuff. So, I hope it does become a safer place and it helps people. But we're also, there's another initiative helping people with student loans, but something happened. Isaiah, give us the update.
Well, I don't know if anything really happened yet. It's just a lot of maybe. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona said the Biden administration is moving full speed ahead, preparing to implement its federal student loan debt forgiveness program a few days after a federal appeals court hit pause on the administration's effort. Cardona said over the weekend that the administration is not deterred by lawsuits that seek to block its relief program. I don't know why that's the accent Cardona got, but here we are. Cardona said the education department is moving full speed as it prepares for lawful implementation of the program, and wrote in a statement, President Biden and his administration will never stop fighting for the millions of hardworking students and borrowers across the country, no matter how many elected officials or lawsuits try to stop us. This program will help borrowers by providing relief following the economic disruptions caused by the pandemic.
I just want to say I like how your accent for Cardona changed like with every sentence. That was really
Welcome.
nice.
I mean, once again, not
That's
to
really
plug
nice.
my own show, but on Thursday Buzz, that is a staple of me having an identity crisis while reading things. But I think this story is my thing about anytime I hear people getting upset or trying to prevent student loan forgiveness is, why are you so
Yeah.
upset?
Yeah.
Like someone is getting that relief off of their back, and it has nothing to do with you. Your life's going to stay the same, my guy. It's
Yeah,
just these people get to breathe a little bit. They get to focus on other things. They can start looking at homes. They can start
Yes.
looking at cars. They can further their lives. And like it relieves so much stress. Now, it's not going to get rid of their student loans completely. There's a lot of people with hundreds of thousands of dollars, but 20,000 at max is a pretty significant amount of money to
Yeah.
not be worrying about. And the fact that people are like, how dare they do that? These people knew what they were signing up for, and they need to pay every single dollar. Like, are you really backing the government and federal loans? Like, are you that guy? That's whack, man. That's very whack.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's not like you said before, we're students. Like we, most of us have to go through student loan, use student loans to get an education.
I'm one
And
of
this
them.
type, yeah, let's go. Student loans. So, this is gonna help a lot. And we'll see what happens. I hopefully, nothing blocks this program, like, as you said in the news update, and it already didn't like stop the blockage, but still, I'm afraid. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Very quickly, Victor, not to
Yes.
talk too much about my personal financial information, because I don't think anyone cares about that, but just the idea of having, because I was part of like the Pell program, so I would get the full benefits of the $20,000, and getting that $20,000 removed would significantly alter my plans after college.
Yes.
It would relieve so much of what I have been worrying about from the beginning of the first day. I said, well, I'm going to have to take a loan out today. This would help a brother breathe a little bit. So once again, the form is available online to start signing up for that. I can't tell you to do it, but I definitely did it. And hopefully I'm not going to get my hopes up, because I'm not going to believe anything until I go on that website and it says, brother, you only got like $3,000 to pay or something.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
yeah, I did the same thing. I filled up the application, so we'll see what happens. And if you want, you can fill it out.
Danny, what do you got to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say my absolute favorite thing that people say when they're like, oh, we can't, relieve people's student debts is because, oh, the national debt, we need to, relieve that. And I'm
Yeah.
looking at it, and we are $31 trillion in national debt.
And accounting.
It's not gonna do anything. I think it's gone up several million just in the time that I've been sitting
yeah.
here looking at the
I've been
screen.
counting with you. It's got
Yep.
up 7 million.
It's already got
Still
7
rising.
million.
Still
Yeah,
rising.
It's got 7 million in 30
a couple
seconds.
million, like I'm
Yeah.
not an expert. This is out of my depth, so I could be completely off base here. But like a few million more dollars is not going to break the bank or anything. We're $31 trillion in debt.
You know what, Danny? I will one up you.
Yeah.
If we could send millions, hundreds of $1 million to other countries to fight wars, I think we could help
Yeah.
a couple of our fellow people out
Yeah.
when it
Yeah.
comes to
Oh,
furthering
it's
their
also
education.
college
It's
is
also
crazy.
really funny that like it's the people who are against student debt are also the people who are like, oh, we need to stop, paying money to do, like overseas labor, and we need to stop sending money to other countries for their wars and stuff like that. We need to, America first, and then we're trying to do America first.
And like, no,
And then-
No.
I didn't mean Americans. I meant me. I meant me first.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what
like-
in the world?
Basically.
Yeah, you see, like I'm America first, and then American. Hey, can I have some? No.
It's such a weird line to draw. Like,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
That's the issue. You're gonna die on that hill, really?
Draw
Okay,
the
sure.
line at
All
education.
right, fine.
I draw the line at higher education.
Unbelievable.
Like, what?
You sick freaks trying to get educated.
Come
Long-
on. Yeah, it's
Trying.
insane. But yeah,
Trying to make it in society. How dare you?
so we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
90.3.
Facebook, what's up? We're
Hi,
back.
Facebook.
Hi, Sid.
Facebook!
Hi, Mark. Hi,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yo, Mark, let's go with it, Mark.
Mark Zuckerberg.
And the
Smoking
Funky
meats.
Bunch. Is he
these
smoking meats?
Yes.
What does that mean?
That's the
smoking these
video
meats,
of Mark
because
Zuckerberg.
he like
There's a video
Mark-
of Mark Zuckerberg just smoking meat.
Yeah.
No, he's not actually doing it, but he's just in his backyard and he's like smoking meat.
yeah, doing barbecues.
Yeah.
Life.
That's hilarious.
Isaiah,
Welcome to the morning buzz.
Isaiah, this is the thing you're concerned about.
Yes. At 7:34 a.m., I'm concerned about the meats Mark Zuckerberg is smoking. Thank you
Hey.
very much.
Yeah, smoking these meats. Mark Zuckerberg. So I don't know how to transition to the story. So
Well, here's the transition. Ready?
okay,
Ready?
give it-
Yeah.
give-
Mark Zuckerberg,
Alien.
alien.
Mark Zuckerberg. We could have got Mark Zuckerberg SpaceX.
No, just Mark Zuckerberg, alien.
Is Mark Zuckerberg gonna be the next person on the moon? NASA
He's
on
already from space anyway.
He's already in space.
He already is the space. Let's
yeah,
go.
it's called the metaverse. Anyway,
Smoking
NASA,
Victor.
NASA on alien watch. NASA announced that 16 people will spend the next 9 months studying unidentified aerial phenomena, also known as UFOs. The space investigators, NASA said, by using unclassified data that the team will lay the groundwork for future study of UFOs by examining how the data is gathered by the public, local government, and other sources. The goal is to have a roadmap for NASA's data analysis on the flying objects and determine what events are natural or not. Thomas Serbushian, Associate Administrator of the Science Mission Directorate at NASA, said in a statement, understanding the data we have surrounding unidentified aerial phenomena is critical to helping us draw scientific conclusions about what is happening in our skies. Data is the language of scientists and makes the unexplainable explainable. While UFOs are commonly associated with aliens, NASA doesn't think the phenomena are extraterrestrial in origin, but the agency says observations make it difficult to draw scientific conclusions. The independent study will begin on today, October 24, and a full report containing the team's findings will be released to the public in mid-2023.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
Really.
It is. And I love that it says like they're gonna examine data gathered by the public, which that's interesting too. So they're gonna look up those video sightings on YouTube. That's fun. That's
Can
fun.
Oh yeah, the extremely grainy ones.
Yes, exactly. Like we have HD cameras on our phones, but still they're grainy. They're still grainy. That's amazing.
Before we could get
how
into
you know
this
it's
too, before we get into this too much, I just want to say that, of course, with all of the other stuff going on in the world, this is what we're focusing on.
NASA's own
Yeah.
alien watch.
Of
You
all,
don't see Boris Johnson studying aliens.
yeah, it's
America.
We went from Queen Watch.
Boris Johnson the goat.
We went from Queen Watch to Alien Watch.
Can we have a moment of honesty though?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
feel like there's a lot of things in this world that we don't need the answers to. And I think the idea of aliens, I'm good on that, man.
Yeah.
Because I do not want to know what's beyond the moon. All right. And it might be on the moon. Not to get into conspiracy theory, but there's probably already aliens here somewhere. And then they're probably eating people. And I'm not a fan of things getting eaten like that. Secondly, I think we need to stop exploring space and definitely the sea. Because the sea is just as scary
Whoa,
as
that's a
space.
big
The
thing.
ocean is scary.
It's scary, man. It's just as bad as the outside of this earth. All right. And my thing is this: I think we're a couple years away before doomsday scenario, and suddenly someone on a submarine happens to find a giant lizard creature that can shoot lasers out of himself, and then suddenly it's Godzilla. All right.
Yo.
I'm just saying, there's some things in society we don't need the answers to.
Hey.
I'm good on aliens. I'm good on Godzilla.
Are
Hey,
you saying kaiju?
Yeah, the Pacific Rim. That's
It's
right.
on my bingo card. All right.
You put us discovering a kaiju on your bingo card?
Absolutely.
probably.
I think it's a high possibility.
Off air, we need to talk about our bingo cards because I feel like that's just something that's a
So-
conversation that needs to happen.
So I you said that there's aliens probably already here. I say you found me out.
I mean,
I
that makes
am
sense.
from the planet known as my name is
No.
my name is
It's got to be
so
normal.
we just go by like similar names.
My name's John.
My name's Fred.
Fred.
Kevin, I thought you were.
Why? Wait. My thing is this: why couldn't you just keep the name Tanner then, if they're already normal names?
Oh, we don't use the word. We don't use the name Tanner there.
Is that a slur?
No.
Oh my God, Isaiah!
Say the T word. Tanner. Tanner. Tanner.
Oh my God, Isaiah! We gotta stop that.
All right.
know how to answer.
Listen, I'm just that is a wild scenario, Tanner. I'm glad that you're open and honest on the morning buzz to release yourself as being indeed alien. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people were speculating about it. A lot of sources were telling me personally.
You saw
Yeah.
Stephen A.
Stephen A. Smith. It was on the scroller on the bottom of ESPN. It
Stephen
said-
Stephen A. believes Monday Sportscaster is alien.
with facts. He said he's got sources
Yeah.
within the organization of the
Yes.
Morning Buzz.
Yeah.
That Tanner is indeed
I
alien.
gotta say,
Yeah.
or Fred. Which one do you prefer now? Like now that-
Tanner.
Tanner.
Okay,
Okay. So
okay.
never say Fred. to you.
Never say.
No.
Okay. So you're Tanner.
What?
Yeah.
Then what was the point of saying you used to be Fred? It's like Tanner, formerly known as Fred.
Who's Fred?
Oh,
man.
Okay.
What is happening? What?
UFOs are in the sky and so are birds. Boom. Segue.
Yeah.
I was gonna message.
Oh, he gave it to you.
Sorry.
I'm gonna turn off your mic anyway.
Hit the dump.
What a
As it's pretty big of you, Tanner, to say that, but we got
Yeah,
bigger
right.
things going on.
That-
Isaiah, take it away.
That's another one.
That was the transition. Listen, I promised today would be one great ride of a program. I think we're delivering. We've
Yes.
covered a lot of things.
We are.
Covered a
Covered
lot.
so much
of
on this
And it's
program.
Yeah.
More behind program.
things. Huh?
What is the lore here?
You just got to understand.
You just got to get with the
You just
program.
gotta get with the
Go, go,
program, right?
go.
Well done. Well done. All right.
Listen, guys. The American Farm Bureau reports turkey prices could hit record highs this holiday season, and people are already panicking about the potential cost of those juicy gobblers. Turkeys across the nation are selling like crazy as people are trying to secure the best price before they begin to rise. The cost of frozen turkeys is up 32% compared to last year, and the rest of your meals will also cost more. Right now, the price for a pound of 8 to 16 pound turkey is indeed $1.99, and you're probably wondering, why are my turkeys so much more expensive? I will tell you, according to many people, they believe that the reason your giant birds are indeed more expensive is due to avian flu. The last avian flu outbreak was in 2015, and about 50 million birds. Jeez Louise, 50 million birds were affected. Already this year, 47.6 million birds have been affected by this flu, and it also has been detected in 42 states out of the 50. To control the spread, growers must kill entire flocks, which usually contain about 15,000 birds each. But turkeys aren't the only things increasing in price, as I previously mentioned. Butter and eggs are up 30%, while potatoes, sugar, and bakery products are up to 15%, and an even worse 17% more increase in price.
What is with the voices?
Yeah, I'm fully counting over here. You went through 7 different voices in that one news story.
I had
Listen,
to turn my mic off.
not to
Danny's just over here watching me, just like, okay,
Listen.
when will you understand? That's enough.
Everyone,
That's
everyone
enough.
needs,
It's enough.
everyone needs to relax, all right? This is my signature thing. This is
Yes.
how I've made my
Yeah.
way to the top, all right? I've had an identity crisis, and people thought, oh, it's mildly appealing. And suddenly I became a producer, all right? That's how it works. If
That's
you
how it
have
works, I
multiple
think.
accents on a show, you are guaranteed to become the producer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome to the morning buzz.
Good morning, Liz. Listen, everybody. All right.
What you guys
so,
talking about? Come on.
Jeez.
what is that? What is
That's
that?
That's my New Jersey accent. Talking. I don't know.
That-
talking
that'd
about?
be-
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
That'd be New
Watch
York.
it.
That'd
New
be
York.
New York.
Okay, whatever.
Joy, welcome to Joycey.
Very quickly though, back to the turkeys, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
About
That's crazy. Can you think about the process of just 50 million birds having a flu and affecting pricing like that? And already everything's already more expensive as it is. And then,
inflation, man.
oof. I mean, at least some supermarkets offer the whole free turkey thing after you spend like $6,000 at their stores.
I know, and my store was 200. It was like 250.
Oh, okay.
6,000.
You got an exclusive deal with us.
You think you're special?
All right.
I'm sorry.
Only shop at
joking.
Whole Foods where everything's expensive.
I worked at a Stop and Shop, my guy.
Stop and Shop. They have everything at
Did
Stop
you have
and
to
Shop.
deal with the Marty?
Yes, I did have to deal with Marty.
Is that the robot?
That's the robot.
All right.
I had to deal with her.
Up on aisle 2.
I had to deal with her so many times.
Shout out to Marty.
No,
Big W from Marty.
sure.
Now,
whatever.
are you guys do you guys do anything cooking wise when it comes to the Thanksgiving holiday?
No, it's just a family gathering.
Y'all just be watching.
Some
else
I
Watching and talking.
I ask if I can help with things, but there never is anything to help with.
Yeah, it'll be like me and my sister. My sister's a lot younger than me. We'll like go in, and it's like she'll be like, "Hey, can I help?" Sure, absolutely. Come here, help do this, blah blah. I walk in. Can I help? No, 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 no. It's fine. It's fine. Don't
Yeah,
touch anything.
same,
It's fine. It's fine. It's
same.
fine. It's fine.
Really?
Are you that
Interesting.
bad of a cook?
Yes.
Yikes.
Same.
See, you're like actually a decent
Get
cook.
away from the
Cannot
kitchen.
cook for the life of me.
See, here's the thing. I'm actually a decent cook.
Okay.
So-
well,
That's
I
nice,
bet you're crazy then, Joe's signature dish. What you be making?
My signature dish.
If you say ramen noodles, I will come into that studio and drop kick you.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna do that. It probably have to be some. It probably
Gabagool?
there's this really good baked macaroni that my mom makes that I'm trying to I've been like learning how to make by watching her and stuff. I made it like once or twice. It was when she was like out of the house also because I know she's listening. Hi.
Hey, Joe's mom.
Hey, Joe's
What's
mom.
good?
This is Joe's mom.
But anyways,
Mrs. Joe's mom.
so yeah, it's pretty good. If I had the ingredients to make it up here, I would make it and bring it to like a buzz meeting or something. But that's what happens when you live in a dorm.
Yeah.
Be like
Yeah,
that.
in Thanksgiving, it's fun. We get food, family drama. It's nice. It's really,
Family drama.
yeah, the cheese man. That's what
Now,
we call it.
yeah, I know what this is. It's several weeks in advance, but what is everyone's favorite Thanksgiving food?
Oh, here's the thing: is I'm not gonna say something traditionally Thanksgiving, but I'd be loving mofongo on on Thanksgiving. I'd
Well,
be,
you know what?
be
My
making
family,
that. It's a mix of plantains, a couple other things in there to make it nice and good. You feel me? It'd be tasting delicious, and I'll be making it in like a month or so.
yeah, mofongo. As you guys, obviously, you guys don't know, but mofongo is like plantain.
Wait, Victor.
What?
Don't assume that they don't know.
Do you guys know what
Full
mofongo is?
culture.
No, I
Ah,
don't.
they don't.
None of us fully know Isaiah.
I gave you too much credit.
Yeah, yeah.
Golly.
Like they're white, so they don't know. Let's be real. Let's be real. So, mofongo is a Puerto Rican dish made with plantain. Some people make it with yuca, plantain, and stuff like that. So it's an amazing meal, and I love it. And you know what my family does in Thanksgiving instead, the filling inside the turkey, mofongo.
Yeah,
And it's fire.
that's interesting.
Yes, and it's fire, fire, fire. So
I
now you
like
guys
the
know what mofongo is. So when
There
you
you
go to
go.
Puerto Rico, ask for mofongo.
Honestly, you could get by just eating that probably for a solid week, everybody.
Yeah, you could just eat that forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be amazing. Not healthy. But
No,
amazing.
very unhealthy. But you know what is healthy for you? Spreading your wings and flying across campus because there's so many of them.
Good transition.
Wow,
Good transition.
what is
Very good.
happening? They're taking my transitions away.
Ah.
Anyway, Joe,
Yeah.
take-
I take it back. Hold on. I love turkey.
okay, you love turkey, but you know what I also love? I
What?
love the campus at Montclair State, and
Wow, what a beautiful transition, Victor.
Please stop. Please stop. For my
Joe,
sanity.
Joe Verga, take
Yes.
it away.
I will. I will be taking it.
accent.
No. So, hi. I'm Joe Verga, and these are the events that are happening this week.
Campus events.
Kevin-
Here we come.
Happy homecoming, everybody. I should start off by saying that happy homecoming. This year, we have a very fun theme, especially considering who is giving this. The theme is Homecoming 2022 is Rocky's Nightmare on Broadway.
What?
Yeah, because for those of you who don't know, each year there's events that happen leading up to the homecoming game, and it's usually a theme. Like last year it was superheroes, so we had like a Gotham Casino night. Marvel versus DC Silent Disco,
Marvel.
all that other kind of stuff. So this year's theme is Rocky's Nightmare on Broadway. So we start on Monday with the Rock and Roller Rink Grease themed. There are two time slots, one of them from 8 to 9 and one of them from 9 to 10 on Monday, October 24th in the Student Center ballrooms. Moving to Tuesday, we have Slam's Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory themed. This is happening in the Student Center ballrooms A and B once again, but from 1 to 3 p.m. So, a little earlier in the day so you can get some sweets and all that kind of stuff. Moving to Wednesday, we have it is You Can't Sip with us, obviously inspired by Mean Girls, the musical, which is a pretty good musical, might I add. That is happening. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry, I am getting my days mixed up.
Don't worry, man. It happens.
That is fully my bad. I'm sorry.
No worry.
Tired.
It happens. It
We're-
happens.
We have the Disco Inferno Silent Disco on Wednesday. That is 7 to 10 p.m. University Hall, the 7th floor conference center.
Inspired by.
I think that I don't know what
Or
musical.
is that just?
I don't know. I don't know what that's inspired by.
The Bible on
Uh,
Broadway.
I'm sorry. What?
Okay.
I
don't
think
know.
I was reading the description. It's looks like it's its theme was, and I quote, jukebox musicals, which is for those of you who aren't well versed in Broadway, such as myself. A jukebox musical is essentially a musical where they take a bunch of songs from like different time periods, or like a really good example that everyone goes immediately to is Mamma Mia. Mamma
And
Mia.
Moulin Rouge also
Moulin
is an
Rouge.
example. Moulin
Yeah.
Rouge and stuff
Moulin
like
Rouge and
that.
all that stuff, but one of the big ones is Mamma Mia, because
Yeah.
that's just a jukebox musical of all ABBA songs.
Yes.
Thursday is Thursday is the just straight up the concert that's happening. There is a homecoming concert happening at Yogi Berra Stadium from 7 to 10 p.m. I forget who's playing at that because it doesn't say, but there's
There's music.
music.
Maybe I would imagine.
I believe it's.
I remember
I believe it's Moneybag Yo.
yeah, that's who it is. It's Moneybag.
I'm
Moneybag
excited.
Yo was like the headliner. Moneybag Yo was like the headliner for that one. And then finally on Friday, we have the Thriller Night block party, which is essentially a Halloween themed block party. So come in costume. That's not a call to action. That is a quote. And then obviously Saturday, to wrap it all up, we do have the actual homecoming game, which I'm pretty sure we will be broadcasting here on the station. So you can tune that into that if you want to. And also to go with the Rocky Nightmare, obviously every year Players does a lovely production of the Rocky Horror, a lovely shadow cast of Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that is happening from 7 to 11:45 p.m. in the Student Center ballrooms.
Oh, that
And
sounds.
As always, you can check out more of the information in the In the Loop email or on Engage.
That sounds amazing, Joe. Thank you so much for that update.
Thank you.
Homecoming.
That was a
I'm
lot.
excited for homecoming. It's my first homecoming here, so
Really?
Oh yeah, nice.
I've never participated in a homecoming. This is my last semester. I'm probably gonna keep that tradition going.
Nice. What was I gonna say? I went to the actual homecoming game last year. It was the first football game I attended at the school.
How'd it go?
I'm pretty sure we lost.
halfway through we went to the my family's here. Halfway through we went to the soccer game.
That's
Wow,
funny.
it was that bad.
So yeah.
No, it was boring and we wanted to watch soccer.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm happy being the theater geek that I am. I'm very happy that they decided to do a Broadway theme, Rocky's trip to Broadway.
Joe, I have a question.
See,
for
all
you.
we need. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what's up?
When it comes to Rocky Horror Picture Show, I
Yes.
always hear that. Is that because I take your opinion and I assume it is 1,000% correct. You're the Broadway expert here. I would like to know, is that like a good thing? Is that overrated? Do you think it's done too much? Are you a fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
So actually, it's funny that you mention it. The first time I did see anything to do with Rocky Horror, I listened to the soundtrack on my own. But the first time I saw anything with Rocky Horror was the Shadowcast that happened last year. So I had my first experience with it up here on campus, and from what I saw that the school did, it was really good. So it's kind of different because it's a Shadowcast, which once again, for those of you who don't know, a Shadowcast is where they have the movie playing on like a big screen, but at the same time there's actors like on the stage that they have like doing like working in a physical space to like kind of act as the movie is going. So they're using the words and dialogue from the movie plus like some other stuff that's thrown in that we can't say on air because it's a little vulgar.
Got it. Got it.
But while you have that going on in a two-dimensional space, because it is only a movie screen, you do also have actors working on a physical three-dimensional space in front of you, which I think is pretty cool.
I've never heard of that concept. It
Yeah.
sounds very interesting though. That's
Mhm.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
I,
Yeah, I
I
have-
love Rocky Horror Picture Show, so I'm gonna be there
Yeah,
and
I have
watch the
never
players.
seen it, so I think I am going to that, and it will be my first time experiencing any of that, and I have no context, and I want to keep it that way. I,
See, that's what I did last year.
yeah.
I was,
That's
I,
hilarious.
that's what I did last year. Even though people told me that we're like a part of the actual cast, like get context, and but I was like,
Yeah, I
no.
want
You're
I
like,
was just like,
no.
no.
I
I was just
like
like, no.
surprises.
So that's gonna be fun, and yeah, I'm excited for homecoming, and we'll see what happens. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll be back with our second hour of the morning bus. I'm gonna play a little song, then we're gonna play some little PSAs and stuff. So White Iverson by Post Malone. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Come on, dude.
Listen,
This is
I
the
was in the
business.
zone. I was in the zone.
Yeah.
That's on me. I accept full accountability on that one. I'm just taking it one day at a time, though, because today is indeed the greatest Monday in October's history.
Because
the Yankees
it's
are out of the playoffs. It is raining. The Mets could never even make it past to the second round, third round. I don't know baseball. Anyways, what a time to be alive. What a great program. we're
I
running.
say I gotta say that hurts a little bit, but
Get over it,
this is
Victor.
the morning bus with Joe Verga, Danny Krastek, Tanner Price, and today I say Ramirez because I don't know what happened to Cam.
Hey guys, announcement on Cam. Sometimes life be hitting you with some life, man, and
went to
he
the shadow
deserved
realm,
a
back.
well-deserved day off to kind of recover from the weekend that was. So we'll see Cam next week, and we send him nothing but great positivity and a lot of Z's to catch up on.
Yeah, we love you. We love you, Cam. So yeah, let's go back to the morning bus. We got a news update once again. So Danny, take it away.
Yeah.
Aliens.
So in national news, Kari Lake, the Republican candidate running for governor of Arizona, has refused to confirm whether or not she will actually accept the results of her election. Previously, she stated that she would only accept the results if she wins, but she suggested yesterday that early voting and mail-in voting should be limited in order to prevent alleged voter fraud. Election day nationwide is November 8th. In state news, the beloved pop shop in my hometown of Medford will be closing its doors on Wednesday. The restaurant, which opened 7 years ago, will remain open in Collingswood. The Medford location will be closing for undisclosed reasons. The restaurant has been a popular revenue driver and will definitely be missed in the community. In local news, last weekend was the first weekend of the Montclair Film Festival. Friday was the first night of the festival and saw guests like Patrick Wilson and Stephen Colbert in attendance. The weekend featured films such as Glass Onion, which was really good, The Whale, which was also really good, and The Good Nurse, which I did not see. The festival will continue until October 30th. The weather today is cloudy with rain showers coming in later tonight, with a high of 61 and a low of 53. The humidity level will be 82%, with air quality at a level of 28. Back to you, Victor.
Thank you so much, Danny Krastek, for that news update once again. And we also got sports update with MSU related stuff. So take it away, Tanner Price.
Sports. It was a big day. It was a big Saturday in Montclair sports. After clinching the #1 seed in the NJAC, the men's soccer team was back in action, but they tied 0-0. So the women's soccer team defeated Rutgers Camden by a score of 3-0. Kylie Prendergast and Aileen Cahill have been a dynamic duo, with Cahill scoring the first goal and Prendergast netting the last two. The women are now second in the NJAC and can clinch a first-round bye with a win or a TCNJ loss on Wednesday. Safe to say, this Wednesday is one of the biggest days in NJAC women's soccer history. The volleyball team swept a tri-match Saturday. They defeated Hunter College 3-0 and Widener 3-1. They sit fifth in the NJAC with a 4-4 conference record and are 15-11 overall. Swimming and diving had a big weekend. The men won 160-136, and the women won 148-132. Field hockey suffered a 3-1 loss to Rowan. MSU was up 1-0 on a Carly Van Tassel goal, but Rowan scored 3 unanswered afterwards. MSU is 3-2 in the NJAC and 4th in the standings. Football was on bye this week. Victor, back to you.
Thank you so much, Tanner Price, for that sports update on the Red Hawks. So we got questions. We're gonna ask here, people in the
Are we
studio.
going to ask the buzz?
We're gonna ask the bus.
What?
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yo, that's
So the
crazy.
first question for you guys: if ketchup ceased to exist, what sauce would you use for your French fries?
Seeing
So-
as I don't use ketchup on my french
What
fries,
is
I would
wrong with
keep living
you,
life.
Danny?
Yeah, I think that's a problem. I gotta
Hold
say-
on.
Wait. I can't hear.
Oh,
I say now I can hear you. my man.
my bad, everybody. Listen, Danny, you
I'm
are
in
a
the
sick,
minority. I realize
sick human being.
Yeah, I
all
think
right?
there's a problem.
That is so disappointing to hear from
that.
you,
I'm
Danny.
aware.
You were a great human being up to this point.
Thank you.
And then you drop this
Means a lot.
bombshell of an information.
Yeah, eating
And,
French fries raw, that's intense. bro.
Your raw French fries?
You load up on salt, you can't tell.
Are you
Oh.
kidding me? You don't put any sauce at all?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's raw in the French fries.
what is wrong with you? Oh,
So like, yeah,
Why is nobody else as bothered as I
I'm
am?
bothered. I'm bothered.
I'm not.
Joe, you don't put any sauce on your fries?
I never said I didn't put sauce. I just said I don't use ketchup.
Okay,
See,
so I have a
he
question.
doesn't
You
judge.
you get McDonald's and you don't even dip it in anything, Danny?
Yeah, that's
Mm,
accurate.
that's-
Wow.
That would be
Wow,
correct.
we've learned a lot today.
Yeah.
Are you the alien? I don't think Tanner's the alien here.
There's
Good
an
lord.
alien among us. What is
It's
this among
Danny.
us?
Danny.
All right. I don't even know how to take that. I guess
Yeah.
I would pick honey mustard.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I really like good honey mustards, you know?
you want
Honey
to
mustard is good, yeah.
know what place has really good honey mustard? Surprisingly,
What?
the Red Hawk Diner.
I've never been to
Have
the
you ever had the
Verga.
Red Hawk sauce?
I've not had the Red Hawk sauce.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but
There's a Red Hawk sauce?
I don't know, but it's for the
From the blood of Rocky.
it's for the it's for onion rings, but it's really good. I don't know what.
Let's not say that word, by
Yeah,
the way.
can't believe.
Um,
Can't believe he said that. Oh my god, my headphones are falling, bro.
hey, you know,
But yeah,
that's hilarious. though.
yes.
I will say the fact that that's an actual thing on a menu somewhere is very bizarre.
yeah.
That's the weirdest thing you've heard on a menu for this buzz.
Not the weirdest thing.
Freedom flounder.
Freedom Flounder,
Flounder?
1392 redirect.
No, wait, everyone, just for context, guys. This isn't us just making it up. It's a real menu. Maryland, I think.
Yeah, it was a Maryland.
It was in
Maryland.
Maryland. Just want to clarify
It
that
was a 9/11
we
special.
are not
Oh,
terrible
no.
people. This was
Oh,
an
no.
actual menu created in honor of 9/11. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was. It was.
They
Yeah.
could have gone the sports route, considering it was the week 1 of the NFL, and they
No, they
chose
did.
not to.
They
They
did.
did.
They did.
Yeah, yeah.
They did.
That's what I mean. That should have been the
Yeah,
beginning
Instead
thought.
of the what was it? It was like the 23.99 something.
Yeah, the Flight 93 redirect.
Yeah, it's something else. But yeah, back to the ketchup. I don't know. I love ketchup, and like I was thinking, I was like, oh, I'll just put mayo ketchup. But wait, that has ketchup.
That has
So-
ketchup in it.
So I'll go with honey mustard is great, and the BTS meal with the sauces. That was a good honey mustard.
I have
And
a
I
que-
started
wait,
dipping with French
wait.
fries. So.
You ordered the BTS meal?
Of course.
How did you when you went up to the drive-thru, you just like, can I get the BTS meal?
Yeah, I
That's
want to
how
taste the sauces.
meal.
I
Okay.
want to taste the sauces.
You want to know what the most uncomfortable celebrity menu item to order was? When Meg Thee Stallion, I think, was someone
yeah.
was working with
In
Popeyes.
Popeye, the hottie sauce.
Yeah, and I'd say, can I get a hottie sauce with that?
No, I think I see if we're talking about sauces and McDonald's sauces, specifically, they got rid of my favorite one,
Which one?
which was the signature sauce.
What is that?
It
Yeah.
was like
Not very signature, I think. They just got
Um,
rid of it.
I'm trying to think. It was kind of
Yeah.
you
give
ever
us
have,
an
you ever
update.
have Popeyes and you have like the blackened ranch.
No, because I don't like ranch.
Me neither.
What?
Yeah,
I don't like ranch. either.
What?
Ranch is kind of whack.
I
bro.
think-
if you really be rocking with ranch like that, you low key a freak.
What?
Thank you. I'm gonna send this to my friends because they be like, "Oh, you
I mean,
like
like, you
ranch?"
you're like
I'm gonna send this.
Hey,
this-
all of Victor's friends who be eating ranch, you're a communist.
Oh my god.
Anyways, let's move on, please.
Okay. Next question. What? Oh my God, this is great question, and I think
Segue.
If you eat ranch,
you eat ranch. What makes you instantly hate someone? Someone who eats ranch.
absolutely.
Anytime someone is in the shadow realm on the morning buzz.
Oh man, to hate for that? Come
Kidding,
on.
kidding, Isaiah.
Come on, I
So,
can tell
guys-
a story later on in the show.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
shame.
guys, what makes you instantly hate someone? Like what thing? Like obviously I said ranch, but that's just a joke.
Ooh.
But what makes you
Okay.
hate someone instantly?
Tanner's
Okay.
going.
Someone who acts like they know a lot of sports knowledge and acts like they know more than me when they have no
Mm.
idea of it.
Yes.
Well, you
Like-
just don't know baseball like I know
Just
baseball.
just extend it even further. People who think they know exactly
Yeah,
what they're talking
but that-
about
yeah.
anything, and then it turns out that
Yes.
they
But,
have
like,
no clue.
Yes, but if I'm like having a conversation about like the Mets and someone gets like something wrong, or like not even something wrong, but like
Mess
Like,
us
it's
up.
just
they're right.
so they think they're right and they keep it just makes me so angry.
Yeah, I agree. I like
Valid.
like the thing that I hate.
Like I just don't. I'm fine if like, I'm not saying I've the greatest. I'm not saying I know everything that's ever happened in the game of baseball, but like, if you're trying to have a conversation and you want to have like an argument, don't. If you don't know what you're talking about, just don't. People, yeah, as you said, people that just talk as they know more than you in general when they don't.
Yeah.
And you could easily see that they just don't.
Yes, you gotta be humble. Like you gotta
Yeah.
like don't be like, oh, I know everything. No, you don't, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not everybody's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, be humble. And that's the person I hate too.
Except from my alien planet, I do know everything.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
true.
what I was gonna say.
Valid.
Do you
okay,
not
Fred. Okay,
have
Fred.
like, all the knowledge on baseball on your planet?
Oh,
Exactly.
baseball
Everyone doesn't
is
exist there, or-
baseball is
They call it stickball.
no, baseball is how that's everyone's professional job. There's
Wow, it seems like a terrible planet to live on. I'm not gonna lie, Tanner.
yeah, you should see the sportscast there.
Good lord.
You
It's not
should
a
see the sportscast there.
Give us an example of what the sportscast would like on your planet.
The
In the native language, please.
Yeah.
the the Blip Blopville Rally Cats.
All right. Back to
But-
things that we hate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good lord. One thing that I absolutely hate, and this might be oddly specific, but when you're at work, right, and especially if it's a place like Walmart or like a grocery store, I can't stand the people that are always by the book about everything, and they're like, "We need to get this done at approximately 7:03, otherwise it's not going to go good for us." Like, lady, calm your horses, all right? Nobody cares. I'm going to put my AirPod on, I'm going to get all my work done, and we're not going to talk to each other because you are annoying. Thank you very much.
If someone likes to go by the book and they have everything, they want to have everything on the perfect time, then don't contact me.
Yes, please.
Mhm.
Don't
So
contact me.
we got another question, which I'm gonna I wanted to be quick. Like, tell me the
Yeah.
cartoon. So, what is the greatest cartoon of all time? I'm gonna Joe Verga.
I'm going last. Are you kidding?
Okay, going last. So I'm gonna take it to the shadow realm. I said, what is the greatest
The
cartoon
greatest cartoon
of all
of
time?
all time is Chowder.
What?
No, we're breaking this off for 2 seconds. What?
Shouter is
It
a
was
great
the
cartoon.
first cartoon that came to my mind. I panicked.
You do take the moon and you do take the sun.
Take everything that is back. Okay, Tanner, go.
I
See?
guess regular show. I
No,
guess that's my favorite.
That was
one.
that was a better than
That's
mine.
I also enjoy if South Park is on. I also enjoy
Get
that.
out of here. Get out of here.
Regular show. I don't know.
All right, but we'll go rapid fire.
Okay, Danny, rapid fire.
Over the Garden Wall was a good show.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Not sure what that is.
Yes. Greatest cartoon of all time.
What about you?
Oh, mine is Scooby Doo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even though it's not on anymore, Infinity Train.
Infinity Train. Oh, that's also good.
Infinity
But-
Train- I haven't heard of two of those that people have just said, but we're gonna move on.
Yeah, yeah.
Brothers or
Do
whatever.
we want to do an Am I the Wrong, Victor, or not?
Yes, we do. My favorite segment of the morning bus. You guys good? What's happening? Another conversation going on?
Sorry.
Ooh, Victor getting spicy with it today. I like this side of Victor.
No, what comes next, Victor? What
Am I in the wrong? My favorite
Probably.
segment of the morning bus. We got it
Obviously,
here
we
with,
are.
yes, Isaiah Ramirez got the Am I in the wrong? So
Oh,
take it
thank
away.
you, everyone. Now, my best friend Nick is 22 years old, and he's a man, and his girlfriend Martha is 22, and I'm 21. Also, by the way, a male. We're hanging out in his basement after doing some normal things like watching TV. She then asked him unprompted, "Babe, do you think I'm fat?" And then Nick, being the dutiful boyfriend, responded, "Of course not, babe." She then turned to me and asked, "Do you think I'm fat?" Now, here's the thing. I strive to be a very candid person. I will not hesitate to speak my truth because I believe it's almost always better to be frank with people than to tiptoe around what they actually feel. In my experience, avoiding the truth often leads to confusion and or pain. Of course, I don't want to be the jerk here, so I'm going to say something that I think could be taken poorly as I try to be as nice as possible while remaining candid. Back to the basement. I don't find Marta very fat at all. I definitely wouldn't call her obese or anything, but a little chubby. Yes, I knew I told her Yes, I knew if I told her this directly, she'd probably get upset. So I asked her in response, "Do you want my honest opinion?" And she said, "So give it to me." In my exact words, "I'd like to preface this by saying that in no way this affects how I view you as a person. I don't think that weight is a good measure of who someone is. That being said, a little bit, yes." She got really quiet and then kind of awkward. I was about to leave anyway, so I went home soon after. Later, Nick texts me and says, "I'm really upset. Martha and I owe her apology for what I said. I don't think I did anything wrong. The way I see it, she asked for my honest opinion, and I gave it. Just because she didn't like what my opinion was, doesn't mean I was wrong to give it. Fishing for compliments doesn't always go the way you want it. Am I in the wrong?"
Why did you sound like Sandra Bullock from The Blind Side?
That is the most. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Everyone needs to just acknowledge what on earth Danny just said.
No,
That is the most oddly specific phrase I've ever heard.
oddly specific.
Why
and
do you
absolutely
sound like
true.
Sandra Bullock from The Blind Side?
He's not wrong.
What does that even mean?
Have you seen The
I've
Blind?
not seen The Blind Side.
Like
I'm
Sandra
aware of who
Bullock's
Sandra
character in
Bullock
The
is.
Blind Side.
You sound like her character
I
in The
just
Blind Side.
don't know how we came to that reference today.
I love
What
it.
a program.
Anyway, is the person in the wrong?
Is
Uh,
that even a question?
I don't
what
think
on
so. I
earth?
don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think like
You
he
just
was-
be calling people fat?
no, but like you know,
Cute.
like I think like an honest person, like if they're like asking and they're like, hey, how do I look? I think it's good to say the truth. Like you shouldn't lie to person. Obviously, if somebody asked me that, I'd be like, I wouldn't do that.
It doesn't
Okay, so-
sound to me like these people know each other well enough to be like, yeah, you're slightly
Exactly.
not even fat, you're slightly chubby or whatever they
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
in the thing. Like it doesn't sound like they know each other well enough to be like, brutally honest about each other's weight.
Yeah,
Maybe,
not
I
for
don't know.
nothing, but I feel like everyone is kind of in the wrong here, in the sense that, like, why? First off, lady, why are you asking that question to people?
Yeah.
In general, you don't just go up to someone and be like, "Hey, man, you think I'm fat?" Like, well, what is that actual question? There's
Sure.
other questions you probably could have asked. Could be like, "What do you feel like eating later today?" But instead, you ask that question, which is already gonna make someone internally think, "Do I be honest here, or do I just lie to this lady?"
I
And
want to
then-
know how long it took for the person to decide what their response was going to
I,
be.
I feel like, given the other details that cannot be mentioned in this story, I feel like he probably spent 20 minutes staring into space for answering that question.
There's stuff that we couldn't. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
no.
mean, I feel like he was just contemplating life. Probably saw a couple stars or apparitions of humans, and then came to the conclusion, "No, I got to be honest here."
The
There
other
you
people
go.
Move on to a completely different conversation in the meantime. That's like, do you want my honest opinion? What?
You're like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You're fat." Anyways.
You know what? So I'm assuming he's in the wrong.
Yeah, everyone was kind of in the unanimous decision. Like, "Hey, man, I mean, we get it. You were in an awkward situation, but you probably should have just like tried to transition from that conversation into something else."
Yeah. So he's in the wrong according to Reddit. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yup.
it's kind of obvious.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was the gimme.
So yeah, I gotta
Right.
say, can we go back to the Sandra Bullock stuff? Like, I'm still
Yo,
thinking
that
about that.
TV though.
Am I? Is he like? Is Danny in the right in here?
Yeah, Danny's in the right. Danny is in the right in this.
I'm happy to be compared to the living legend known as Sandra
Are
Bullock.
you Googling Sandra? The
Fellow
Blind Side right now?
Virginia icon, shout out to Sandra Bullock.
Well, she was Miss Congeniality, Miss New Jersey. Like in the
She
movie,
was also a part of the
She is
Sweet
Vicky.
Proposal.
She is Grace.
Yes.
She is Miss United States.
Bird Box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about
Ocean's
Box.
8,
I wonder how Sandra Bullock's
I
doing.
love
The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum, released 2020.
All right, we
Yeah, I
the
think.
Wikipedia for Sandra Bullock's incredible.
Yeah.
So is this program.
Yeah, I love my friends back in Puerto Rico would not call her Sandra Bullock. They would be like Sandra Bajak. So,
Bajak.
anyways, transition. We got music. I'm gonna play Paradise
Yell
City.
transition as you transition.
Of
Yeah.
course.
What's happening?
Back to the Blind Side.
No, we don't got that.
One.
It's not in next gen. It's not in next gen. But we,
We gotta put it.
but we got Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. So I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll be right back.
second,
sounded like a
Victor.
vacuum
No.
cleaner.
That was not good for the program.
I love
We
it.
spent 6 minutes listening to that.
Guns
You-
N' Roses
that?
is overrated.
Whoa.
Why?
That's not a good band.
I don't want to smoke with Guns N' Roses.
They have
or
3
anything,
good
but-
songs.
No, stop,
Alright,
bro.
alright.
Stop.
Danny,
bro.
let it fly. Danny, I like this
Axl
side of
Rose
Danny.
sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
No,
Hey.
I disagree.
Like
man.
ketchup next.
No, I disagree. I disagree,
I
man.
can't talk
I
about
disagree,
ketchup because I
but
don't need ketchup.
We interview their guitarist.
yes, like why you guys doing?
We gotta put it over. Guns N' Roses is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you.
we love Guns N' Roses. here.
Love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greatest band of
listen,
all time.
Slash.
Are really
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
Mm.
So we got stories.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Second-
transition.
Transition. Do you guys smell what the Rock is cooking?
Wait. Can you smell what the Rock is?
He's cooking Black Adam.
Yeah.
He's cooking Black Adam.
Oh wow,
that sounds like
that
something-
sounds wrong.
Well, we're gonna go with that.
Say what it is.
Dwayne Johnson's long in the making dream DC project has paid off for the people's champion as Black Adam has conquered a hot $67 million in the US opening, the best domestic box office start for him as a solo artist, and a $140 million global
Box.
world box office. It says bro worldwide.
Hey,
I wonder
my
what that
bad,
is.
My bad.
That's a of where we were seeing it. The pick collected $23.7 million on Saturday. What happened? Late night shows were powerful. Family audiences came out, and there was a lot of walk-up business in the West and South, with a great turnout by Latin and Hispanic audiences at 26% and Black at 20%. Audiences are having fun with this movie, with a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the highest for a DC movie in a decade, besting such films as Joker with an 88% and The Batman with an 87%. There's confidence that Black Adam could even beat its forecast 16.6 million on Sunday. Once again, another example of a popcorn movie besting the critical Rotten Tomatoes score, which currently has 40%. So did any
This
of
is
you
not
watch
right.
Black Adam this week? or-
No.
No?
And I
Okay.
will not be watching.
Nope.
It,
Oh,
promise.
Wait, what's your
hot
beef?
take, hot take,
What's
hot
your
take.
beef? What's your problem?
Are you
man?
not smelling what the
Johnson,
Rock is cooking?
I'm just not interested in this movie, and I don't really care about the DC movies anymore.
Whoa.
because
I
for the most
don't-
part,
I
the
mean,
batting average has been very low since the Dark Knight.
Like the man?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
like the Meg.
Come on, it was
Like
there.
the Meg. It's
Yeah, I say,
you're swinging the bet,
I
Steven.
say, oh my God, I have to turn off the mics now. So
Oh.
anyways, as you were saying, Danny.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a movie I'm particularly interested in. I'm not really interested in I'm at the same point with Marvel and Star Wars at this point where it's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch the stuff that I'm interested in watching, but there's just so much of it, and most
Yeah,
of
me
it has
too.
not been good.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna waste my time watching something that I have little to no interest caring about? That's not even gonna have any impact on any other product that I actually want to watch. Like
And it's
this is more a
And it's-
problem
and
with
it's just-
Disney's thing.
it's
than
just
DC,
it's
but-
just okay too.
yeah.
It's not like
Yeah, it's
yeah,
all
just
mediocre.
cinematic
This movie
masterpiece.
is not going to be like a Batman versus Superman original Justice League where it's going to be like a complete disaster or anything. It's just going to be like, all right, sure.
that
Good-
DC movie with the Rock in it.
Yeah.
That's what this is
yeah.
gonna be known as.
I feel as if this movie, if it was anyone but him, would just
Oh,
be
it would tank. if
it would
was
just be
someone.
it would just be like this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but-
not going to be a this happened.
I know, but people are only talking about it because
Yeah.
it's the Rock.
Mhm.
And I feel for certain movies, especially this is kind of the first superhero movie where they use an established celebrity, not someone who's not only an actor,
Yeah. That's
mean?
true.
Uh,
I guess.
no,
Like someone
someone as big as The Rock.
Yeah.
Because
Okay, I see.
because
yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
not,
everyone else was established, but he's
Yeah.
kind of like
I
the
know,
next
but
level.
you know,
He's just like on a
He's The
different
Rock, yeah.
operating
He's-
scale.
Not
he was
Mhm.
he
20%
presented the NFL big game last year.
Mhm.
He was on the field. Like how many people have done that?
Is that your score for how big a person is if they're on the
Yes,
big
yes.
game?
He
Got
was
it.
yeah, and the
he
big
was
thing.
there introducing the
Uh-huh.
game.
Yeah,
It was
it's
really
true. I
cool.
remember.
But yeah, I feel like at least watching that, it would take away from the superhero fact to it, because a lot of the Marvel movies, you know,
It's
that
brand
their
recognition.
that's their character, the character that the actors play, that's like their character.
Yeah.
Like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. He's been in other movies, but he's just going to be known as Iron Man.
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't know.
If
I don't
were
know
him,
how
I'd
I
be
feel.
happy with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about having The Rock in this movie, because you can't see him as Black Adam. You just see him as The Rock, The Rock in a cool outfit, and he's doing cool things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Although at least it's not every other Rock
Does
movie.
he run
In
through
a jungle.
Yeah, where he goes through a jungle where he has like
I will watch
he's
Black
a,
Adam if he runs
he's a,
through
And the
je-
shirt.
he's a jean shirt. He's like a jean shirt on. Or he's
Yeah.
like he's like
the
khaki
cargo jacket.
Yeah.
cargo jacket.
Put her a jacket
Yeah.
I saw there was like 4 different movies,
in the
Yeah.
same year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
and it
definitely
was just
talking
the
about-
same. It was the same outfit.
Yeah.
Jumanji,
Gotta love that.
something else.
Both Jumanji
Fast and
movies,
Furious.
like a journey.
Jumanji, Fast and Furious.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
before we
amazing.
go on to our next one, I just want to, this is not one of the stories we have, but contrasting with this movie doing really well at the box office, I just want to say that the new Michael Myers Halloween movie dropped 88% at the box office between last weekend and this
God.
weekend.
That is hilarious.
That's hilarious.
I've never heard of that
Wow.
steep a drop before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think what's gonna benefit this movie is that the general audience is saying that's like a really good movie, despite what critics say, because critics are oftentimes like just angry to be angry. So everyone seems to be enjoying this movie. When it comes to the Halloween movie, and I haven't seen it yet, but the general consensus from everyone that has
Makes
seen
sense.
it has absolutely hated
It's
it.
not a good movie.
I have not seen one person say, you know what, the new Halloween movie really put an ending to that set of movies in a
Yeah.
great note.
Yeah, even people who
Nobody.
defend it are like, I don't know, it wasn't the worst
Yeah.
one in the series.
Like at best, it was just like
Yeah.
another movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that, you know, it comes like word of mouth is very important when it comes to movies being successful in the box office. And I imagine that this movie's gonna continue making money, especially because
I'm sure,
it's the superhero
It's a big
genre.
superhero.
You
Yeah.
got The Rock on
Yeah.
it. I
The
mean,
other thing helping Black Adam
Right.
is that it's not like a Marvel one where it's like, oh, in 45 days it'll be for free on Disney Plus. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
set like,
Yeah.
oh, if you
We'll
wait
see,
this
we'll
long,
see.
it'll probably be on HBO.
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like that
that's
eventually.
Eventually.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for it to be on HBO and I'll watch it
Yeah.
because I'm not that
Same.
motivated to
Mhm.
go to the
Yeah,
theater
but
and
the
watch
difference is
The
they're
Rock
not like
again.
Disney where it's like, oh, exactly 45 days after this, and before the movie comes out to theaters, this is the exact day it will be on Disney Plus. You know, like it's
Yeah,
like-
just wait.
yeah. Just
So
wait
it's
it out.
interesting that you're talking about Disney because our next story
Aha,
is
segue.
Disney related. So Joe wanted to take it away. So
Yes.
Joe,
Wow,
take it
Joe.
away.
Yes. We're not I guess we are unfortunately saying rip to Disney, but not Tim Burton, because he holds a very special place in my heart.
Yeah,
all right,
go
Pete,
Tim
Tim Burton.
And speaking of which, you may recall that a few years ago, Disney released a live action remake of the 1941 animated film Dumbo, directed by Tim Burton of Beetlejuice. Dang it. Fame.
Oh no.
The remake wasn't particularly well received, even by the standards of Disney's various remakes over the decade and change. Disney and Burton have been longtime collaborations for decades outside of The Nightmare Before Christmas. His remake for Alice in Wonderland arguably helped start Disney's remake obsession after it made over $1 billion and won 2 Academy
It
Awards.
made over $1 billion.
Yes, it did. Over $1 billion and won 2 Academy Awards. Even with that, though, the live action Dumbo that they made have ultimately brought that relationship to an end. As Leon Lumiere's Leon Lumiere Festival, where he received the Prix Lumiere Award.
Say it in a French accent.
No.
Festival where he received Prix Lumière Award.
Can I finish? Can I finish this?
Joe,
Yes,
please finish the
please finish.
Thank you. The Prix Lumiere Award for his contribution to the film industry over the decades. Burton rather plainly said that he believes he's done with Disney after the remake. And quote, I realized that I was Dumbo. Ha, funny. That I was working with this horrible big circus and I need to escape, he said. That movie is quite autobiographical at a certain level. And also, even though it's not in here, I just do want to quickly mention it because we have the multiple things going on with it. Apparently, there's more news on Beetlejuice 2, and Johnny Depp is possibly going to be in it.
And Amber Heard is Beetlejuice. Placing Winona.
Dan, you're the man.
Man.
Danny's the goat for that.
Placing Winona Ryder.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I just
Oh,
want to, anyways, I just want to leave that in there.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
That
I'm
actually is
happy
so good.
that
Thanks,
Tim
Seth.
Burton realizes that movie was kind of bad
Yeah. Yeah.
because
You know what I find curious about this whole thing, Danny, though? Is
What?
you're wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt.
I am.
Wow. You part of the cult?
Depends.
You're a Disney Plus subscriber, huh?
Are you
My
a Disney?
family is.
Are
and
you work
I
for
reach out to them,
Disney?
Yeah.
Are you a
I
Disney?
don't use it ever because there's nothing on there that I want to watch anymore. But
Here's,
Oh man.
here's the biggest question you're ever gonna have to answer ever. Are you a Disney adult?
no,
Okay,
Oh,
good.
No.
No.
no,
Good.
Not in
Not
this
a Disney
studio,
adult.
Not in this studio.
not in this studio.
So yeah, this is an interesting story. I love Tim
Yeah.
Burton. Everything he does, I'm gonna. watch.
actually funny enough that you say that. I'm excited to see because he's currently working on the Netflix
It's the Wednesday
adaptation,
Addams thing.
the Wednesday thing with
Yeah. Is that out? When does that
yes.
come out?
I don't.
find out.
It comes out soon. I forget. I think I don't think we have a release date just yet, but we
Yes,
have.
we do. It's November 23rd.
Oh, perfect.
So
Three days
right
before my birthday.
right at the
Ooh,
start of the
nice.
game.
3 days before my
Jenna
birthday.
Ortega?
Yeah, I was gonna say Jenna
Yeah.
Ortega, but the fact that
Just in
I'm
every
really
movie.
I'm really excited that Tim Burton is getting to work on this because I know that he's gonna do a really good job with this.
Yes.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
a quick question because both you and Victor, Joe, have said how big you are fans of Tim Burton. Where did that come from? Is that just always just been a childhood thing? Like, what really sparked the whole big fandom
Joe,
for
you
Tim
go
Burton
first.
movies?
I know you can go first.
Okay, then for me, I don't know. I always like the aesthetic of Tim Burton movies. Ever Scissorhands, Corpse Bride, Nightmare Before Christmas. I like that aesthetic that is like kind of gothic, but not really. Like it's like Tim Burton. Like when you see that his movies, it's Tim Burton. Like there's
Mhm.
no doubt about it. So I like that aesthetic. And I remember watching as a kid, Nightmare Before Christmas, one of my favorite movies. Like I think it's the best stop motion movie ever. So yeah, it's just like a big childhood. And then seeing movies when you grow up, like for example, I recently watched Beetlejuice again, and it's still an amazing movie that you can enjoy. There's a lot of innuendos that I didn't see as a kid that when you're an adult, you're like, wow, this movie's PG. So
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
it's
crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy that Beetlejuice
Back
is
when
PG.
rating
Yes.
Let it-
meant something.
yeah.
But just before I go on, I think it's funny. I think I find it very funny that in the musical adaptation, there's like a line that's like, "Are there any kids in the audience?" And if there are, like, you should not be here. But anyways, so my first movie, unlike you, but you did say it. My first movie with Tim Burton was Corpse Bride.
Oof.
I very, very, very good movie. And after I was like, I really like this director and I really like this style of what I thought originally was animation. I didn't realize it was stop motion at the time. So I did a little bit of research. And I'm like, oh my God, that's not animation. That's a bunch of pictures.
Mhm.
I'm going to, and then I saw that he also made Nightmare Before Christmas, which was another Disney property. So like, I'm going to watch that. And then I watched that. And then when I got a little older, I did watch Edward Scissorhands and Beetlejuice and those things. And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Time to turn it into my
See.
personality.
See, Tim Burton, he didn't direct Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's true.
He
It's Henry
did the
Selick.
story.
He did the
story.
story.
Storyboarding and like
Yeah.
the character.
He was
movie-
directing Batman Returns.
the
and that's why he
movie-
didn't direct
the
Nightmare Before Christmas.
his best movie that he directed is the great classic film
No.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. A phenomenal film.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah,
He
I've
did the
that,
Batman movies.
We don't
Yeah.
talk about that one, Isaiah.
He did
I've
the
never
Tanner
heard
of it.
movies with Johnny Depp.
We don't talk about that one.
No, it's a phenomenal film.
He
The
was
best.
Big
It is the funniest scene. The funniest scene in any movie. When
Okay.
when he wakes up in the middle of Texas. He wakes up in the middle of Texas.
It was Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
why I said
God.
we didn't talk about it.
This is terrible.
So okay, so he wakes up in Texas, and these guys wake him up and they say, "What do you remember?" And he says, "I remember the Alamo." And then they go nuts and like ride off in their horses. It's really funny.
Gotta say, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He did direct that. That was one of his first movies, and then he
Yeah.
directed Batman
Yeah.
and Batman
Batman.
Returns, and
Mhm.
yeah, and
Ed Wood, a lot of
Tim Burton's great. Sweeney Todd, also a great movie.
Sweeney Todd is, yeah,
So
great musical.
So yeah,
Pee Wee
it's
Herman fan over here.
we got a Pee Wee Herman fan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Tim Burton is
Tim
great.
Burton's a director who, even though like he definitely his more recent stuff has not been nearly as good, like I'm still gonna watch whenever he makes something new because
Of
I just
course.
like Tim Burton.
I
Like
miss the
we gotta
old
support
Burton.
Tim Burton.
But
I
yeah,
don't know if I can make that reference anymore.
yeah, you made a.
I
I'm
rescind
gonna
that, guys.
notice that you just made a kind
I'd like to apologize to everyone for that. My bad.
Yeah, but you know what's not bad? This new album.
Yeah,
by-
you know what, Victor, though?
Yes.
I feel like given the circumstances of life, let's skip it. Let's skip it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think everyone, Drake and 21 Savage, new album. That's the story. All right.
Oh, why do we need that?
Why
Why
do that?
6 minutes?
Wait. Now I got to get into this. First of all, we're not going to disrespect Drake and 21 Savage coming from someone wearing an Astro shirt. All right. Shut your jabroni mouth. All right. I'm a big fan of Drake. I enjoy Drake. I think Drake's a great Canadian man. I enjoy 21 Savage. He's from Atlanta, but not really from Atlanta. I believe he's actually from the UK. Regardless,
No, it's gonna be how everything is. So
rap
ev-
music's always the same. My
No,
name's Tanner.
no. I know I like rap. I don't like Drake.
get over it.
He's had this every album has been the same thing.
Literally, it hasn't though, because everyone complained about his new album being so different from all of his other music. All
It's
right,
just dance numbers. That's not what he.
so it's literally not rap music, therefore not the same as all of his other music. What you just said, Tanner, makes no
Slight
sense.
detour, but looking at the doc and seeing the most overrated human on the planet, Harry Styles, please stop putting this man in movies. Made me get a please
See,
Yeah, because he's
Don't worry,
Darling.
darling.
Okay,
See,
I think we have to address that. as
see,
well.
I'm
Oh,
very
address the Harry Styles.
Yes.
what movie are we talking about him in? Don't worry, darling. Lyle, crocodile.
Lyle Crocodile.
Dial.
Not the
No, that's
girl.
Shawn Mendes. That's Shawn
Shawn
Mendes.
Mendes.
Harry Styles.
Shawn Mendes. He's
No,
in
Shawn Mendes' voice
he's
is
in what
different.
there's no. It's like My Policeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which also has a stellar Rotten Tomatoes score of like a 40-something%. I
Yeah.
believe.
But I just Harry Styles. I will take all the heat for this. Mid.
That's valid. That's
Mid.
I can't even.
Mid.
I can't agree. I love Harry Styles. What can I say?
His Rotten Tomatoes score, critic score 42%, audience score 98%.
I have to say, I gotta say Harry Styles about Mr. Styles. All of his music is made. He's a perfect formula. It's made like to be in all these commercials, to be in Apple commercials. He makes music for Apple commercials.
He's on that Sam Smith type of genre.
Yeah.
Hey, it's great music.
I feel like you cannot listen to any Sam Smith in your car. All of his music is strictly made for a perfume ad. That is it.
I hate
No, I like the
Harry.
music. What
Yeah,
can I say?
Harry Styles makes music for ads.
I love
it's
that
so-
music.
It's
bro.
so so just so generic. Like at least when he was in One Direction, that was catchy. Okay,
Oh, big One Direction.
No, it wasn't.
I know it wasn't catchy, but you know, at least it was, you know, it's just boy band music. This is one person, and he's making it's trying to be, ooh, this is different, but it's Harry Styles. It's
Yes.
so it's just so I don't his
Breathe,
music-
Tanner. Breathe.
Yeah. I can't-
his music-
A big
I
one
can't-
breath out.
I just don't understand how anyone listens to it and is like,
So we're gonna go to a quick break and we'll be right back.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's perfect. Allison, what are you?
Mute, Victor.
Driving
Oh, no.
makes good people look